Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to straighten your hair without using any heat. And this works for any kind of hair texture, curly, wavy, anything. It's awesome and it's completely damage free. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial and let's get started. So here's my hair before I wash it. It's always really frizzy when I brush it. You guys know the struggle. When you have curly hair, it just never looks cute when you brush it. I'm going to brush through it though to make sure that all of the tangles are out because we want to make sure that everything is really silky smooth before we start the process. Okay, step one is washing your hair. Make sure that you wash and condition your hair, but don't use any special masks or try anything too crazy because if you try to use anything that's really hydrating, your hair can turn out a little bit stringy and greasy looking, and that's not really what we're going for, so try to avoid that. Okay, step two, even though we just brushed our hair, I always get out of the shower with like a million knots, so I have to do it again. I'm going to use my tangle teaser and smooth everything down, and then we're going to work on straightening the roots. It wasn't so easy figuring out how to get straight hair without using heat. I mean, it wasn't the most simple thing, but one of the things I figured out through my trials and tribulations was to do this step before I start actually straightening, quote unquote, straightening the hair. I'm going to straighten the roots by pulling my hair back into a really tight ponytail, and I mean like as tight as you can possibly get it. I'm going to put my hair into a ponytail and make sure that everything remains as tight as I made it. And then I'm going to take a fine-tooth comb. I really like using combs like this because they have so many teeth that it really allows the hair to turn out really super straight. So I recommend getting one if you don't have one already. It's really helpful. So now I'm going to wait about an hour for the roots to dry. This of course tacks on a little bit of extra time to the entire ordeal, but it's really important. And if you have curly hair, you know what it's like to have curly roots and then really straight ends. It's kind of annoying. So this eliminates that possibility. I forgot to do it on camera, but I did put my hair in a bun shortly after I stopped filming because you want to keep the ends of your hair wet. We still haven't molded them, so you want to make sure that they are still wet. But of course, if they do dry, you can just take a spray bottle and wet the rest of your head. Now you can see the roots are really dry and they're actually really straight, which is impressive, and we don't have to worry about those anymore. So I'm going to take the rest of my hair and put it behind my head, and now I'm going to take sections, about 1-inch sections, and start brushing them through. This is how we're going to straighten the hair. I'm taking the section and wrapping it around as if it's like a headband. You want to make sure that this is really tight and very, very smooth because this is how your hair is going to end up. So if you don't straighten the hair with the comb, it's not going to turn out straight. I always like to use like 3 or 4 bobby pins because it helps keep everything in, especially because I sleep with this in overnight a lot of the time, so it's a lot easier to keep it in that way. And then I'm going to keep doing the exact same thing to the rest of my hair. I like to kind of pin it near the crown area where I would wear a headband. That's just my personal preference, but wherever you want to lay your hair flat, that's exactly where it's going to work. As long as you're laying it really tight and flat to your head, it's going to work. So this is kind of just personal preference, and when you try it a couple times, you come up with your favorite kind of method. So here's what it should look like when everything is wrapped up. I like to take a scarf and just secure everything so that I can sleep on it. Of course, if you're not sleeping on it, you don't have to do this, but I do recommend it if you're going to be rolling around at night. And I also recommend keeping this in for at least 5 hours. If you're not going to sleep on it, make sure that your hair is completely dry before you take it out. Once all of the hair on your head is dry, make sure that you take out all of the bobby pins and you can reveal your heatless straight hair. I love this so much, and the first time I tried it, I wanted to tell you guys it wasn't so easy. It didn't turn out perfect and it took a lot of trial and error, so don't get discouraged if it doesn't come out perfect. All that might mean is that you have to tweak your method, maybe use smaller strands, more bobby pins, and make sure you're tightening the hair as best you can, and you'll have perfectly straight, smooth hair. I really hope you guys like this tutorial, and I hope that it saves you a little bit of damage in your everyday styling. If you want to see more tutorials like this, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you really, really soon. I love you!